Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is a video about how to get dopamine naturally. Well, it's not as hard as people think. Dopamine can be received from a lot of things, from foods to activities, and of course, our vitamins. That's what we need the most. So let me go through a couple of things that I know off the top of my head that will help you today. Let me start off with some negative things that we happen to do, some foods and some habits. Alright, so some of the negative things that will take your dopamine levels up immediately, then in the long run have your dopamine levels not be able to produce at the capacity that it is supposed to, because it's so used to being overloaded and having that extra dopamine boost. When it doesn't have that additional thing to take in that you put in your body, the pineal gland cannot produce the dopamine that is needed because it's so used to having assistance. Okay, a couple of those things are junk food. Junk food because of the sugar that comes from the junk food. A lot of us have the tendency of doing hard things like exercise, which is a great thing, or working hard, or having an accomplishment in life, and then we want to sit home and have a bag of chips or a piece of candy, a nice little sweet, because we deserve it and it's a treat for us. Well, this will shoot your dopamine level out the roof and you will be instantly happy for that short moment, but it's going to affect you in the long run, and it's not going to be that great in the long run. And the long run is where you should concentrate. See, a lot of people get hung up on soda. Soda is so bad for you on so many different levels, but it boosts your dopamine levels. That's why you can't stop drinking soda. If you have a soda habit, that's the reason why. Because it gives you joy instantly. It registers in the brain that we're producing dopamine. This makes me feel good, so why should I stop? Well, it's tearing up your pineal gland and it's not making you happy in the long run. So it's going to affect your emotional state. So please stay away from the junk food because it's not healthy. Another unhealthy habit of consuming alcohol. I know a lot of people are like, come on, gotta have a couple drinks. Yeah, a couple drinks won't hurt you now and then. But on a consistent basis, it's not good because the alcohol eventually turns into sugar inside the body, and that has the same effect but to a higher extent. I think if I'm right, it's either 500, but I'm sure it's 1,000% more dopamine than you usually get on the average day. So this will tear you apart. Your pineal gland does not need this. In small doses, it's great, but to have it on a consistent basis, you're just tearing yourself apart. That's why people who take in junk food and people who take in a lot of alcohol, they're not sustaining happiness on a day-to-day basis. They need these substances to keep on going to feel happy. So, if you want to naturally get this feeling of dopamine, all you have to do is exercise. Some people say all you have to do, but it's true. Just with a little bit of exercise, it will help you out tremendously. Your dopamine levels will be shooting out the roof, and I think, if I'm right, it'll be 250% more than the norm. That's why when people are running on the treadmill, and I used to always feel it when I used to do extreme cardio, I was in love with cardio because you have that cardio high. It feels like you're floating. It feels the best in the world. I'm like, how can I feel like this? I'm exhausted, but I feel fantastic. It's because your dopamine levels are going crazy. And a happy person generates more cells, brain cells. So it actually helps your brain function better and your brain grow. So two positives right here. And it helps the pineal gland So please, just exercise and do things naturally, and it will help you out way better in the long run. And this is what we need, the long run, because you want to continually be happy, not for a second. Okay, now I'm going to get back to some of the negatives and how we can turn those into positive. Well, another negative thing is, I'm sorry to say, but it's playing video games. Anything that just triggers your neurons that fast, because everything's shooting all over the place, and you can actually win very quickly on a video game, and you can get gratification very, very fastly on a video game. It's shooting your brain up with dopamine. That's why it's so pleasant to do for most people. So you gotta also watch out on that, because that can have a poor effect. This is something that I'm trying to combat at the second, because I love video games. So another natural way to combat those effects, this is an extreme, a beautiful, a magnificent way, and a lot of people just do not have the heart to do it, is a cold shower. A cold shower will do many tremendous things. It will kill the depression, because of course if your dopamine levels are low, you have some sort of depression. It could possibly even go as far as schizophrenia to bipolar disease. So a cold shower will help, scientifically proven, it would help kick depression, because it shoots you up with adrenaline, and it also shoots you up with a lot of dopamine. Soon as you get into a cold shower and you sit in there and you take the coldness and you stay there with your mind and your body, you will feel so excited for no reason. And that's what's going on. It's a chemical soup boiling up and making something fantastic, and that's you. So please give it a shot, give it a try, and please leave a comment. Tell me if this helped you out in any type of way, and I'm sure that it will if you do one of these things, because it will change your life, honestly. Okay? But I'm not done. I'm just getting started. Alright. Also, the sun. The sun will help a lot. Being in this kind of society, we work, usually it's 8-hour shifts. Sometimes it's more. And usually when we're working inside, indoors. If you work outdoors, that's fantastic for you. But most of us work indoors, like myself. And we're not getting a lot of sun. Sun is very, very good for your mental state. Why? Because it has the effect of vitamin D. When it hits your skin, it hits you with the vitamin D that turns into serotonin, and uses serotonin and turn it into dopamine that eventually makes you very, very happy, and serotonin makes you excited. So you need to get as much sun as you possibly can every day. I know that it's tough when you're going to work, you're coming out and you're tired, and you got a routine set and you don't want to break it. You just want to get comfortable, relax before you go back and take a shower, eat, and do it all over again. But please try to get some sun and get in touch with Mother Nature. Maybe put your feet in the ground, soak up some nutrients, and everything will just be fine. Okay, and outside of that, if you truly can't get to the sun, then pile up on vitamin D. You can eat as much food as you want that has vitamin D, but if you're asking me, I will still go get some vitamin D and take as much as possible. There's nothing that's going to happen to you. You can't overdose on vitamin D. There's probably people out there that's going to say that you can overdose on vitamin D. But believe me, I was banging out vitamin Ds like crazy, and nothing ever happened but me getting happier. And there's so many other tremendous benefits that comes with vitamin D. Okay, so please guys, give these things a try. If any of these things work for you, please comment on below. And if you know anything else that can help somebody, please let them know. As I hit you off with the last and the final thing that is very, very obvious, and it's all what my page is about, especially when it comes to consciousness, because it helps so god dang much, and nobody really wants to sit there and do it and take their time, is meditation. Meditation is instantly a game changer when it comes to the chemical soup that you have going up in the pineal gland and decalcifying the pineal gland and everything that is great within you to transform your life in some type of way. If you can take your time and meditate at least 15 times a day, your mood will guarantee change. Guarantee change. You don't have to rely on anybody. You don't have to rely on any methods. You don't have to say maybe so. This will happen for you. Of course, I found out also that when you start to meditate, you go through a withdrawal series. I went through a withdrawal series. I don't know if it's going to happen to you, but it happened to a lot of people. That you're going to get more aware, and you're going to reflect on a lot of things that happen to you that you actually do, and the things that you're going to start to notice about yourself. But after you get past that stage, greatness will come for you, and you will have more clarity in your life, and you will have more joy in your life. Once again, thank you for watching my YouTube. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up and share it. Post it on Facebook, wherever you like. Just be back and check me out, because I am about to take an ice bath right now to show you that the shit is real, and this is what I'm all about. No lies. On the next video, check me out and watch me do my job. Thank you. See you on the next one.